What's going on, my amazing, awesome YouTube recovery family? It's Rock and Roberta. I wanted to make a video and let you guys know how my second ayahuasca ceremony went. It's been a while. I wanted to get it out. Ayahuasca, it is so intense and it's so hard to explain and it's hard to find the words to put to it. So I'm just going to do my best, but first I want to give a disclaimer and just let you guys know that there's a lot of fads and trends going on with ayahuasca. Recently, people have been using it at raves. It is not a medicine that should be messed with at all. I believe I've had 3 ceremonies now. This is my second that I'm going to talk about, but I believe that the best way to take ayahuasca is in a ceremonial setting with preferably a shaman, somebody who is experienced with ayahuasca for many, many years, and somebody that is referred and well trusted, okay? There are so many situations that could be very harmful with this medicine. It is not to be messed with. This is not something I would ever do on my own because it's that intense. So my second ceremony, I actually went for the weekend, so I did a Friday night and a Saturday night. Let me just back up here. I have a playlist also, my first ayahuasca ceremony, and I'll put that down below in the comment section in the description of what my first ceremony was like. But my girlfriend was seeing a psychiatrist, and he referred her to the shaman. And she did a couple ceremonies, and then she thought it would be a good medicine for me to try. If you don't know much about ayahuasca, I will also put another link in the description box and in the comment section so you can check out a documentary about ayahuasca. So ayahuasca has taught me so many things so far. Stuff I already knew, but really things I've just forgotten. You know, life has a way of stealing, life circumstances and situations have a way of stealing our joy and our gratitude and stealing away who we really truly are as people. A lot of childhood trauma and things like that. I had set some intentions, and I wish I had the paper with me that I wrote them down, but I ended up giving it to the shaman so he could look at them. But my main one was I wanted to, you know, my mother, I had 2 mothers. My grandmother raised me, and then my mother. And my mother and I, we have such a special bond. But there is a tension between us, you know, and I really wanted to just kind of delve into that and see what I could do to be a better daughter. And so that was my first intention. The second one, there was just so many things that blended into this ceremony. It's hard to even remember my intentions, but with ayahuasca, you kind of learn them as you go. It basically everything wrapped around that first intention. So I'm just going to go into that. So we had the ceremony, at the beginning of the ceremony, everybody drank, I sat down, and it hit me quicker this time than it did the first time. First time it hit me in about, I would say 25, 30 minutes. This time it hit me within about 20 minutes. And as soon as it hit me, you know, there's a lot of colors, a lot of, sensations. And as soon as it hit me, I automatically went to boom, this feeling in my heart of just an overwhelming feeling of love, a mother's love. I'm not a mother. I've never felt what it's like to be a mother, or I've never felt the intensity of a mother's love. But during my ayahuasca ceremony, I got to feel what it was like to be a mother and the amount of love that you have for your child. And that went on for like 30 minutes to just this overwhelming, intense love that I have never felt. And it helped me to understand what mothers go through, what kind of love that they experience for their young. It was so beautiful. It was so intense. It was just powerful. It was strong. So that went on for a while, and then, it just kind of showed me that nothing needed to be fixed with me and my mother, that my mother loves me, and I got to feel the power of her love. I remember my second intention, I wanted to just kind of work on past relationship traumas and just kind of get over, just dysfunctional situations that I've had in my past relationships and stuff. And I had thought about a recent ex, and I wanted to know what he represented to me. And boom, this overwhelming feeling like corrosion just starts going through my body, and this, I could hear shame, shame, shame. He represented shame. And the medicine showed me that shame is a virus, and that shame was corroded through my veins and through my intestines and through my arteries and everything. It's just in my muscle spindles. It's like a virus. And that's what we represented to one another, because we both held on to that type of virus. We both had that type of virus. Shame has been a huge part of my life. I've always felt shame. I don't really necessarily know why I felt that. It's just a virus. You get one little ounce of shame when you're young, and it corrodes you. It's a virus. Shame is a virus, you guys. And so it just helped me just kind of let go of that shame. It taught me how to heal myself so I can let go of that shame. Then it wrapped back around to motherhood in our society is shamed. It's not supported in the natural balance that it should be. And a lot of mothers are shamed, and a lot of fathers are too. And I'm not talking about the fatherhood issue. And I believe that, I love my daddies too. Don't get me wrong. But right now we're dealing with my experience dealing with motherhood. And so, it just taught me to never shame a mother for what she's going through because of our situations in our lives. She is not always able to perform like she would like to. And society will shame her for that, and it will slash her back for it and make her feel horrible for it. And that shame virus will prevent her from doing the best she can because she's not supported. Our society doesn't support women. It showed me that our society doesn't support women and empower them in their motherhood role. And there's so many realms and aspects to that. One of them that came to mind was, the constant cesarean rate. Like in Baja, Mexico, for example, it was like 90% cesarean rate. That's what one of my friends told me. He actually went down there to help women, teach women to give live childbirths and give them their power back. Because a lot of times we're just, as women, we're strapped to these tables, you know, and hooked up to all this crap and told that we don't have the strength to give birth to our babies. But that's what we're supposed to do, where our power as women are taken away in a lot of ways. That's just one small example, and that could be a controversial topic, but that's just what's coming to mind with my experience through ayahuasca. So it taught me that, it showed me, I've always rejected motherhood. I have always been like, nope, I'm not having any kids. I don't like them. They're rugrats, da 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 da. You know, when I was brought into this world, my grandmother raised me, and the first thing I learned about motherhood was your mother's a piece of shit. She doesn't want to raise you. She abandoned you, and she's a loser. And that was my first introduction to motherhood. So my whole life I have denied my motherhood. And it affected me. And I never really realized how it affected me. I never thought about it because I didn't give a shit about motherhood. And I always looked at, you know, women who had kids. I was always like, oh man, what a sellout. You know, really, that was my attitude. And I never celebrated it. And now I have a different, a totally different perspective on motherhood. And it's beautiful. And mother is everything. And mothers need not have any shame. Milo. And Milo! Anyway, I'm a mama to Milo. Yeah, so it was just so intense, and it reconnected me back with mother. And I am a mother. And that's my essence. It's all of our essence as females. And so reconnecting with that was really beautiful because I never thought that it was something I would ever give a shit about, really, honestly. And it's reconnected me with my mother. We always have been connected, but it gives me a different perspective. And when I see mothers now, I just stop and I watch them and I see their strength and I see their wounds. So, you know, with a lot of the past relationship traumas and stuff, it just showed me that, you know, those ships have sailed. There's no reason to hang on to that stuff anymore. And those ships have sailed, you know. Whenever I have a negative thought or a hard feeling about, you know, past relationships, I just think to myself, that ship has sailed. You know, it's time to learn some new stuff. So, there was so much more, you guys, and it's so hard to piece it all together. Ayahuasca is amazing, but I will get my third ayahuasca ceremony out to you guys very soon. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up because I'd like to get the word out about ayahuasca. It's really an important medicine, but beware because just like anything else, there's people out there who want to take advantage of you, and that will put you in a bad situation. And it's like you have to be loved and supported during this type of ritual. You just have to. There's no other way. These guys that run this ceremony are they're healers, and it shows, and I feel it, and I feel supported. And I couldn't imagine being anywhere else, honestly. You know, my shaman goes to Peru a couple times a year. He takes people up there, and I don't have to go to Peru. I have everything I need here, you know. I can't recommend him at this time, unfortunately, but you never know what the future will hold. So, yeah, leave me a comment, say hi, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Have a wonderful week. Mwah. Bye. Say bye, Milo. Bye, Milo. Say bye.